Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, every students. I'm teacher Shane from Kangaroo Study. Today, let's do a question about finding obtuse triangles. And this question is from APMOPS 2025 round 1. Now let's see the question together. How many obtuse triangles can be formed by joining any of the 3 points? Now let's see on the circle. There are 12 points on the circle. How do you want to do this question here? Let's try to draw the triangle. So we can draw the triangle like this, or like this, or even like this. So there are too many triangles to draw, and we may repeat some triangle and maybe ignore some. We don't even know. So let's try to find a pattern here. Let's observe these 3 triangles. So with these 3 triangles, we are drawing the triangle actually by draw a line first. And after we draw a line, what do we do next? We connect point. We connect points to form a triangle. Now I want to know, where should I connect the point at which part of the circle? Now let's see here. Let's divide the circle into 2 parts. A smaller part I will use S to represent. The L part, larger part, I will use L to represent. Now, which part does the point located in? In the smaller part. Yeah, let's write it down. So we can choose that point from the smaller part. And that's how we draw obtuse triangles. Now let's see here. We know how to draw the triangle. I want to ask, how many possibilities we have here? First we can have 1 point on the smaller part of the circle. And there's 2 points at the smaller part of the circle. And 3 points, and then 4 points. Now let's see the special case. So here we have 5 points on the each side of the circle. So the line we draw here is actually the diameter of the circle. And if we make a triangle from this line, we can actually make right triangle. And this is what you will learn in secondary school. And at this question, we don't consider that as an obtuse triangle. So let's see how many possibilities we have here. So we actually have 4 of them. 1 point, 2 point, 3 points, and 4 points. Now, for each scenario, how many different kind of obtuse triangles can I draw? Now let's see at the first scenario is the 1 point scenario. So let's see the 1 point scenario. How many triangles can I draw? I can draw a triangle like this, and I have one kind of drawing of the triangle. And we know that there are 12 points on the circle. So let's see here. We can draw a line like this, draw a line like this, and draw a line like this. So for this one kind of obtuse triangle we draw from the 1 point, we can actually times 12, because we can use 12 different points to make the line. So we can have 12 different kind of triangle. Now let's see the second scenario. The second scenario is containing 2 points in the smaller part of the circle. Now let's see here. How many triangles can I make from here? I actually can make 2 kind of triangle, and it will look like this. So let me write it down. It's 2 kinds. So it's the same. There are 12 points on the circle. So I can make a line like this and like this. So I have 12 dots that can draw 12 different kind of lines. And with each line we can make 2 obtuse triangle. So we times it up. We can have 2 times 12 equal to 24 different kind of obtuse triangles. So with the 3 point scenario, it's the same. We have 3 times 12, and we can have 36. And for the 4 points, it's the same. We can have 4 times 12. We have 48. Now, how many different triangles we have in total? We can add them together and we can have 120. Now, this is one method to do this question here. Let me tell you another kind of method. Or if you have any idea, pause the video and try to think it for yourself. Now, okay, let's dive into another method. So we know that there are 12 points on the circle. And with this point, let's start drawing lines from 4 different scenarios. If I list it out, it will be like this. So how many kinds of triangles I can draw from this point? I can actually make 10 kinds of different obtuse triangles from this point. Then I know there are 12 points in the circle. So I use 10 times 12 equal to 120. And that is another method you can do with this question. So totally we have 2 methods to use. Now we know all the methods. Let's look at the summary. Now for the summary, we know that we are finding triangles. And what do we do to draw the triangle? We draw a line and find the point to form a triangle. And the second point I want to ask you is that what do we do to get all the triangles here? So we consider all possibilities. Now let's see here. Here's a practice question you can do by yourself. So this time we are finding right triangles we just talked about. And remember this, practice makes perfection. Then if you want to join Kangaroo Study with us, scan this QR code and I will see you in the classroom. Bye bye.